Well, hello there. This is Sheryl with Cruising is Fun Anytime. Some people have asked me to interview myself. So, like, talk and to my other alter ego is what it is. It's my alter ego. I'm Sheryl Dawn. My alter ego is Sheryl Renee. So, I'm going to talk about cruising. It may be in a couple of sessions or series, but here goes. I'm going to interview a very fun person, and her name is Sheryl Renee. What first inspired you to take a cruise, despite the challenges of traveling with a disability? Thank you for having me. I really, really am honored to have met you. So, let me answer this first question for you, okay? Because I wasn't disabled when I first started, other than I was overweight, and that's not a disability. I was overweight, and I got tired quickly, which wasn't a disability. Being overweight, that's not, to me, that's not a disability. To some, it may be, but I wasn't obese. I was just a size that I'd rather not be when I first started, but here I am, and there you are. But I just want to say, if you have a disability, you can still cruise. You know, they have things for you to do. It's plenty spaces for mobility devices. So come on and come aboard. How did you prepare for your very first cruise experience? The only cruise line that I started out on and that I remained loyal to was Carnival, believe it or not. I have attained my platinum status. There's some new, quote, things out there for my status, like 10,000 free points or whatever. Diamond is going to be godfathered in, but I'm not going there, you know. We'll go to the next question, because I could talk all day about that, because I think that the giving the platinum the points are okay, but they should grandfather us in as well. That's all I'm saying, you know. We paid not as much money to be platinum as the diamond, but we did pay. Okay, let me go to the next one, because that's a little hot topic. I want to know your answer to this, girl. Which cruise line or ship has been the most enjoyable for you? Chicka chicka boom boom. Oh, the most memorable time on cruising, I have two. The first is when my middle daughter and I used to cruise together all the time. And, oh my God, this is probably why I'm scared at night to go out, because of dinosaurs and such. We were in St. Thomas, and we had gotten off of the tour bus to look at some purses, knockoff purses. And when we got off, we got back on, and guess what? No, we didn't. Before we got back on, what happened was my daughter went across this bridge, and a bunch of baby dinosaurs, geckos and lizards and iguanas. Oh my gosh, she woke up nature. They came out, and because I didn't walk as fast as my daughter, they became the wildlife got between her and I. And the wildlife are the baby dinosaurs, the iguanas, and all those things that are in that family, lizards. Oh my God. And so I said, come get me. She said, Mama, I can't. And so this couple that was on another ship said, come on, you can walk in the middle of us. Man, I screamed the entire time, and I squeezed those people's hands as if I knew them. But the second time was when I married Jeremy, and we went cruising. It's after they opened the Restart. We went cruising that year, 2021. And let me tell you, girl, to look at his face and the excitement and everything that he experienced was, oh man, it was awesome. Awesome, I tell you, awesome. Have you ever faced a major challenge on board, and how did you overcome it? I want to know that question, that answer, I mean. Have I had what was the question now? What did you say? Oh, I remember. Have you ever faced a major challenge on board, and how did you overcome it? I don't know what you mean by a major challenge on board, because I never visited guest services until I met and married Jeremy. I never had I been in that line in my life. The first time Jeremy got on a ship, he and I went to guest services because of something he thought was incorrect on the account on the first day. And you all know the story. It wasn't nothing wrong. They split the onboard credit between the two of us, husband and wife. That's all that happened. He thought somebody had charged something to the account on his side of the looking through thing, and it wasn't nothing. Man, I don't know. Now, everybody out there in YouTube land, they want to know this. Guess what? What resources or tools help you plan your cruise? I need to know. I am the best person to ask for packing advice. Some may think I'm not, but I am. Pack well in advance so you won't forget nothing. Dedicate a closet in your house that you will designate and name cruise closet. Start purchasing stuff that you would wear on a cruise, and put those items in a cruise closet. It doesn't matter if you buy $100 every month on cruise clothes, you know. And then your closet can be full of cruise clothes. Get your hard shell and pack. Start packing. Just start packing. Put stuff in your suitcase that you bought. And then you still have stuff up there for the next cruise. But don't ever stop shopping. Never. Keep online shopping. Stay out, you don't have to go in the stores. You can get your swimsuits from Walmart. But Amazon got some cute ones. All of mine came from Amazon. But they got cute ones on in Walmart, and they may be a little cheaper. But what I'm saying, but they have really, or I don't know, just shop. Make a cruise closet. It's very convenient. Get shoes to match the outfits. Just always be prepared to go on a cruise. You never know. When I started cruising back in the day, they had cruise checklist of things that you could wear, can't wear, should bring. And I would go by that, but then I would add a couple of other things, So, again, pack early. And pack an alternate outfit, because you never know if that outfit that you think you're going to wear, you're going to wear it, because now you don't know how it looks when you put it on. So bring another outfit so you can have a plan B if that plan A don't work. You can bring a plan C, D, E, F, G, 26 of them if you want to on a 4-day cruise. Sometimes I want to do it, but I may bring 13. I don't know. How important is communication with the cruise line before sailing? Oh, or the communication, you say, with the cruise line. I still call cruise lines when I want that one question. It could be theme night. Do they have theme nights? It could be anything. I mean, minute stuff. And I still call the cruise lines. I really do. How do you balance packing and keeping everything together, like your luggage, your backpack, and what do you do to manage your packing? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Again, we talked about this in the pre-show, because you're here at my home. You saw my luggage, you saw my cruise closet. I showed you those things because I wanted you to know that I take traveling very, very serious. I have a European cruise, med cruise, coming up in 2027. That when I get off of Princess this year, I will be packing for my med cruise. And that is what I really, really and it's not, and I'm gonna have to look at a lot of med cruise videos to see what the weather is during the time that we're going, which is in October. So I know the waters are a little fierce sometimes over there, and I can't wait because we're going to Greece, we're going to Spain, we're going to Italy, we're going to France. So we're going to put the little promo out that we got at the end of this because Sheryl is telling me to say those things because it's her and Jeremy hosting it, but it's not a group cruise. We might start a group page, you know, on Facebook for people that are going on the cruise with us because it's on MSC. And you'll see all the details. What did you say? Oh, after this interview. And what else did you say? Oh, this is going to be a part 1, and we'll do part 2 next week. So you got to stay tuned. You got to subscribe to her channel. Cruising is fun anytime. It's right here. See? Thanks to Cruise Nuts. Chicka chicka boom boom. So, what I need you to do is, subscribe. And what else? And share this out so everybody can get the information. And what else? I don't know. I can't understand you. I'm sorry. But, and this is a goodie. What questions do you always ask the cruise line before booking? Is there any other documentation you need? That's all I ask. But now that I have a passport, back then I didn't have a passport. I was just going on grace and mercy that I would get off, not be left in the country. But I have everything that even though I have a passport, I take my ID, I take my birth certificate, Social Security card, my insurance card, you know, even though it might not be worth anything in a foreign country, I still take it because if something happens, I'm gonna need it when I get back to the States, if something happens. I let people know that I'm a diabetic on my wrist. All of that, you need to let people know because you don't want nobody to come up with the defibrillator and shock you or whatever. So I ask, are there any restrictions to Americans to the country that I'm going? I ask all those questions. That you can ask whatever comes to your mind. You can ask the cruise line, and they will have an answer. Those questions that I just asked Sheryl Renee is going to be considered Series 1 on cruising. And then we'll come back and talk about cruising some more. How about that? Okay, thank you. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed by you. You're such a great interviewer. And if you want to be interviewed, what'd you say? If you ever want to be interviewed, by Sheryl. Just let her know. Just put it down in the comments section, and she will interview you. And don't forget to tell them what. This is only part one. She's going to come back and interview me. So if you have questions for me and how to get in contact with me, Sheryl Renee, just put a comment in the chat and I will read it and I will get back with you, because I really like to talk to people in person as well as third person. Is this third person? I'm wondering. Zach, you a teacher. Chris M, you're a teacher. Am I talking in third person, or is this just talking in person? You be the judge. Have a good day, and I want to thank everybody for coming in and watching the interview. Tell me what you think. And oh, my heart is breaking. Thank you, and have a good day.